Hey buddy, it's Invicta. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends have gone off to a great start. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes. We're almost there. We got 3 videos from this past week that are very, very close to 3,000. So if you'd like to see that like streak counter get up here and finish off the job to get us to the like streak goal of the Glitch Chaos run on the YouTube save file, then make sure you hit that like button. I would appreciate it. It goes a long way of supporting the channel. And speaking of support, here's your artwork of the day. Amazing artwork of the day submitted in from the Sinvicta Discord from a solo operation. And she simply just said, just turn it upside down. That's all you got to do. So yeah, it says Sinvicta both ways. It looks absolutely amazing. And it would make a great poster. I got to say that. So thank you very much, Solo Operation, and everyone who checked that out on the Sinvicta Discord. Let's hop on in and get rocking and rolling here. Oh boy. Today is going to be Echo Golf 30, Echo 0, Hotel 0. Lots of zeros. We got a little dumpy. We also have, we're going to start off with Sagittarius, which is going to give us some movement speed. And piercing shots, a little bit concerned about our HP, but our damage is quite good, actually, given the fact that, like, you know, we just got done getting a piercing shots here. Little dumpy is also going to give us a little bit of extra defense. So, yeah, you know, it's not too terrible. I'm liking our movement speed, thanks to Sagittarius. And always starting with like, whenever you start with piercing shots, you always feel like you're already ahead of the curve, kind of. And that's a little bit how I'm feeling right now. Again, our shots are not going to be impeded by making contact with enemies, and it's just good for DPS overall, because then what it does is it raises your shot efficiency, meaning that you're able to connect with enemies that like normally would have been shielded by like something else, or you know, you make sure that you essentially get the most out of your fire, out of your tears. I mean, double sacks here. Unfortunately, there's no soul heart. Most of the time, don't drop a bomb here. Most of the time, you do see a black soul heart within those sacks that you see in the like the ones we just picked up in the super secret room. Not this time, of course, but would have been nice. Of course, we are almost maxed out on our donation machine. Someone brought up a good point, by the way, in the comments not that long ago, talking about the donation machine getting close to being maxed again, and to make sure that what happened last time will never happen again, we should stop donating at like 990, 995 around there. So just in case we accidentally run into it, it won't reset again. As we get Lash Key, which is going to give us the Soul Heart and a Luck Up. I think it's worth it to go at least check to see what's inside of the shop. Having ourselves a Stars card is definitely a plus as well, as it's going to allow us to transport or teleport into the item room. I would maybe get a play here, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to waste money on that. So not a bad start here. With 3 bombs, I think that we could probably maybe bomb another one of those clusters of skulls inside the super secret room to maybe squeak out another soul heart. Not too concerned about that part over there in the in between the spikes. Okay. All right. So yeah, not a very bad start here. Definitely need a little bit of shot speed, but hey, that's nothing to complain about. Of course, it also started with the hourglass. This is not the glowing hourglass. It's just regular hourglass. So all it does is just do a massive AoE slow. It doesn't actually deal any damage, unfortunately. And unlike the glowing hourglass, it doesn't like undo anything. It just simply slows down time, and that's about it. But it can be used to a great extent for defense. You can use it for offense if you really have a lot of need for uptime on your shots and that sort of thing. The regular hourglass can do such thing. It's overall just good in the early game. Late game, it kind of falls off, obviously, to like other spacebar items that you could run into. But for now, it's not too bad. And as we get rocking and rolling on this run here, go on to last week's question up the episode, which was, what are your weekend plans in Isaac? Unlocks, streaming, streaking? Let me know in the comments down below. And again, a lot of people love to reply to this sort of thing. It just sort of speaks volumes to just how interactive the Mosh Pit is. The most upvoted comment came in from Egg with Legs, who said, currently working on Lost Unlocks, which are going just about as well as you'd expect for an average player. Keep on keeping on. I know you can do it, Egg with Legs. It is not an easy feat. Yeah, we'll take deck of cards here. You never know. An Emperor card. I might be wondering how come I didn't use the Stars card. That's because I didn't think about it. But we can also use it to teleport out, so yeah. great block there by Little Dumpy, although I think it was a little bit premature. I don't think we were actually going to get hit by the Ministro. But the second most upvoted comment came in from, I'm going to say DRXGQN5122. They said started a tainted loss streak a while back. After months, I finally hit 10. Hey, that's impressive. I cannot say that I'd be able to do that. So good on you on that one, DRGRX. I'm just going to say DRX. Yeah, anytime you can get a streak of any kind, especially with a tainted lost, is just insane. Love to get the coupon here, as it would allow us to take a devil deal without us having to worry about losing any HP, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And last but not least, Thermo's upvoted comment from last week's episode came in from Ronnie J, who said, got final projects to work on, but in my free time, I'll be working on my Eden streak. It's up to 321 right now. Wow. Congrats, Ronnie. That's awesome, man. That is really, really cool. I love hearing that people are just enjoying Eden streaking. You know, it's again, in my opinion, I think it's one of the most pure challenges in Isaac, because you are sort of forced to deal with everything that the game throws at you. You have no idea what your set stats are going to be. You have no idea what items you're going to start with, and it tests your knowledge, and that's the reason why I've done it for so long. It's just fun. Like it keeps everything fun. So, also had an honorable mention to DVA Anarchist, who said, I've been playing the Isaac Online beta, and people have been asking me if I'm going to play the online beta, and I'm going to let it cook for a little bit longer. I'm not really interested in giving beta tests a go. They've got plenty of testers to go to choose from, and I think that, like, for me personally, I'd like to see I want to see what comes out of all the testing first before I really dive into it. That's not, of course, to say I'm not going to play it. I'm just not going to spend too much time on it, because obviously it is a beta, and I'm not really interested in going too ham on beta tests. Although it does help out with the development of the game, as we get Queen of Hearts. Unfortunately, we don't have any red hearts, so we could turn all this stuff into money. Let's go see what's our devil deal first, and yep. Well, I'm glad we didn't waste any HP for that. Yeah, we can turn all this into money. I'm going to drop the Hermit card outside. Is there anything else in here that we want? Stars card, double stars card, nah. Be money. Money. There we go. Back up to 15 cents. Very nice. We are able to go back and get this Hermit card, as well as the watch battery. If we really wanted to, we could go back and get more charges for the coupon and maybe sneak a free item, but if we had red hearts, I'd definitely look for a sack room. There's darkness. We can use the Hermit card to get out of this mob trap room, and I'm gonna have to go back there to get those soul hearts, obviously. Oh, we got to 935 on our donation machine too. That is stellar right there. Definitely digging the Tears upgrade that we got from Squeezy. Of course, I do want to have a little bit more shot speed help, as a 0.76 is kind of doo-doo. And good job, Dumpy, there. And if we go back into the mob trap room, we will not trigger the... We won't trigger the room by simply picking up the soul hearts. It's only on items, really. That's a little deflection there by Little Dumpy. Although I do feel that it was, again, premature a little bit. I had the dodge down, Dumpy. Don't worry. I mean, I appreciate how aggressive you're being, but, like, you know, take a chill pill every now and then. Yeah, so use a soul heart to get 2 keys and a bomb. Not really a great trade there. Now, that was a great block there. I didn't even see that shot coming, so good job on Dumpy. You can reactivate Dumpy by simply walking near him, and that will reactivate his defensive measures, which is always good. Yeah, it was one heck of a week. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I did go see Godzilla -1 tonight, actually, and it was incredible. It was really, really good. I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously. But for anyone who was wondering, if you've ever wanted to see a Godzilla movie and you've never wanted to see any of the campy 70s versions, or, like, you know, the sort of a little bit goofy but a little bit more action oriented legendary ones, then this is the one you want to go see, I promise. Now the version that I saw, it was subbed. It was not dubbed, which is my preferred way of watching it. I don't like watching Japanese dubbed stuff. I want to hear the Japanese actors for what they are. I don't want to hear English actors over it. So you do have to read subtitles, but if you watch anime, it's honestly not that big of a deal. But just to let you all know, it is indeed subbed. It's not dubbed over, which is good. That's a plus for me. The acting was incredible. The action sequences were incredible. You know, as a lifetime Godzilla fan, I got to say that it is strange seeing him. It's one of the first things I said when I first saw the trailer too. It's very strange seeing him actively going after people and actively hurting people. Like he's not just plodding forward and just being, you know, kind of a clumsy mass, you know, of destruction. He is actively trying to go kill people. And that's something that I have never seen in a Godzilla film before. So it's pretty cool to see that. The design is terrifying, and it's overall just a great film. And Toho does it again, man. I'm looking forward to this new era of Godzilla that we're in. So it's their 33rd Godzilla film too. That's insane. You know, as someone who doesn't make films, but I mean, I make videos every single day. 33 full-length feature films is just incredible. But it was very good. My voice is pretty hoarse because, like, you know, we were talking and screaming and cheering in the theater. It was a good time. Don't take damage against people. We did lose the Holy Mantle, and we do gain some movement speed. No Devil Deal, unfortunately. So we can go back and maybe sneak. I don't remember what was in our shop if we wanted anything good. But yeah, definitely go see Godzilla. It is worth the hype. And it's not too long. That's one thing that I was kind of dreading. I was hoping that they weren't gonna like drag stuff out, and thankfully it was not too bad. I figured that was gonna happen. So, and of course, you know, now everyone in the world has seen the GTA 6 trailer from Rockstar. Man, I watched that trailer when it still had 10,000 views on it. And, you know, now it's got like, I think it's like 50 or 60 million views now. It's insane. At the time of recording anyway. It's probably gone up since recording this. And it looks real good. I know that a lot of people are bummed to hear and see that it's not coming out till 2025. I don't know why anyone would have thought that it was coming out in 2024, to be honest. And like, to be honest, even more honest, like I'm actually kind of relieved that it's coming out in another year. That gives the devs to work out all the kinks and just make sure it's just fully polished. And you know, Rockstar, I've had my complaints about Rockstar, especially how they've treated like online multiplayer stuff, where it's just the Wild West quite literally sometimes, especially for Red Dead Redemption. But Rockstar reminds me of old school Blizzard in a good way. I mean, like with their polish, and they take time. They don't try to cater to stuff. They don't, you know, they make sure they get their stuff done, rather than trying to pump out as many garbage games as possible, or at least half-cooked games as possible. And it really does show in the quality of games too. I mean, look at GTA 5. Like, I mean, good lord, it's the biggest video game in history, and that just speaks volumes to great development and great design. And I think that GTA 6 is. I mean, GTA 6 is going to be the new one. You know, it's been exactly 10 years now since GTA 5 came out. I remember when that game first came out, and I was like, man, this is just totally on a different level of gaming. Like, this is what gaming in the future is going to be. And look how much influence that had. So. And we're now getting to the point of this run where we need to get some damage here. I'm not gonna lie. We can't really afford to lose a Devil Deal here if we don't get one. That's gonna be bad news. Because again, like, our health is okay. This is another one of those runs where, like, on the surface, you see the HP, you're like, wow, there's like really nothing really to complain about here. But I'm telling you, man, it's not about sandbagging here. This is all about being realistic with our stats, and you know, we have to. There's a fine line between staying ahead of the curve and then like just like outperforming where the game is at. And right now we are not getting items at all. I mean, Acid Baby, Yuck Heart for the last 2 item rooms is just terrible. We get a Greed Fight as well, which is not going to be great. So, I feel like boss is actually this side. It'd be neat to do like reviews for like movies and stuff, or just gaming stuff in general overall on the gaming channel. Which, by the way, thank you everyone. We did pass 10,000 subs on the gaming channel. I thought that was very awesome. I got the bulletin from YouTube a couple days ago. I forgot to mention it, but that was very, very awesome. And I'm looking forward to putting out more gaming content over there, and you know, just non-Isaac stuff, and you know, maybe pepper in some movie reviews, music reviews. I don't know. I'm sort of looking at the gaming channel like my own personal channel, you know, which is technically, I guess, what this channel is and still is kind of. But you know, I at this point, I know that what people come to expect from this channel is going to be Isaac, and you know, I want to make sure that everyone is entertained and getting exactly what they want. The idea of the gaming channel was for me to just have a little bit more freedom to do what I would love to do on this channel, but not be punished by the algorithm for it. And you know, it was definitely a fun. It's a fun little side project that now has 10,000 subs. It's just awesome. And once again, we do not get a devil deal, so we're going to be hurting now. I'm going to go back all the way over here to the cursed room. Ooh, boy. Secret room might be to the left of that room we were just in. But you talk about your nothing burgers of a floor here. I mean, Mr. Dolly is great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, not getting anything in the secret room or in the item room, not getting anything in the shop, not getting anything from the boss that really matters. In terms of a devil deal, like we're not in great shape here. Can't take everything in Isaac for face value. Like, again, you look at our HP and think like, well, there's really nothing to complain about. But damage is going to really creep up on us as a lingering problem here. And certainly waiting for a floor 5 devil deal is also pretty impactful. And no, I don't want to. I mean, I know that we have a sack room here, but I don't want to play it because we just don't have. We don't have that luxury of being able to safely protect our HP with damage. So a little bit of a doctor update as well. I did finally go see the ENT, ears, nose, and throat doctor, and he said that there was no clear, obvious reason why the cough would be lingering around. His prime suspect was that it was acid reflux related, which is what pretty much every other doctor has said. So I'm getting a procedure done later this month. And I will. It's an endoscopy, and I will be going over. You know, they're going to really get to the bottom of it. So, you know, he didn't want to change anything in terms of a medication until that's done. Also said that it could just be a post-viral thing going on. You know, obviously, the cough happened after I had that sinus infection that like screwed me up for a week and a half. So. Yeah, so there's no, but thankfully there's the good news out of that is that the doctor said there's no signs of trauma in terms of damaging the vocal cords or anything like that. He just said that it's a little bit of redness and irritation, which is consistent with acid reflux. So, which is good news. I was very happy to hear that because that's something that obviously has been on my mind. I didn't know if I had damaged anything in there. He said that for now, to continue doing what I'm doing and limit my my talking, limit the amount of recording I'm doing, and you know, wait until the endoscopy is done, and then, you know, from there we'll see what's going on. This is yeah. This is starting to look pretty struggle busty, not gonna lie here. I didn't think it was there, but it looked right. Yeah, with 4.10 damage here and not a whole lot of else to talk about. I mean, we're in sort of a holding pattern on this run right now, waiting for either a good tiers upgrade, or sorry, a good tier effect, or damage upgrade to get. And this is certainly not the floor for us to do a full clear on, but it's also like not an XL floor, and this is a massive depth. You're seeing the problem that lack of shot speed is actually creating for us in this room here, and it's because it's combined with not really that great of range. So we're having to go close quarters with these psychopaths here. Great block there by Dumpy. I didn't even see that shot. So still looking for the shop. We really do not want to see a greed fight. Oh, Lazarus. Doesn't really matter. And we're still looking for that item room, or that item shop. Yeah, as far as the Isaac Online beta is concerned, I mean, again, I will check it out, but I'm not going to make like a thing out of it yet, because it's just too early. I don't enjoy doing beta tests and stuff. I'd rather let the game kind of sing, you know, in its full form. I'm gonna wait on using our coupon for the shop right now, because obviously I want to see if we're gonna get a devil deal first. And it's gonna be war. Ooh. Yeah. Now the reason why this is cringe-inducing is because, again, it's a boss here that we are not going to receive any sort of damage up from at all. It's gonna give us an orbital. We all know our gripes when it comes to orbitals. War is actually dealing more damage to himself than we are. Again, Dumpy, I gotta say, making some big time plays here. An angel deal, and it is monstrous. Okay. All right. So we're now fully aware of what type of run this is going to be. Got it. I should have known with booster pack. Like a free hive mind here. I mean, more options doesn't really matter at this point. We only have one more item room to go through, so I'm gonna pass on more options, and we'll take a stopwatch for free, however. And eraser. I think I'll pass on the eraser. Red stew would be nice. Pandora's boxes was 4 soul hearts, although if we carry it to the next floor, we get 20 cents or 2 boss items in Womb 2. I think we're gonna do that, because at this point we need as many boss items as possible. And we also get red stew, of course, which is gonna help us temporarily with damage, but we gotta get a move on here. So obviously the concern is not making boss rush, because we've already missed boss rush. The concern here is just getting the most value that we can out of red stew. course, Red Stew, the more that we kill, the more that it's going to refresh itself. But eventually it will run out. Even if you have like a super powerful run, it's impossible to keep up with the amount of kills. Like, you can't, like... It is possible to make your damage go back up from getting like a bunch of multi-kills and stuff, but it's not practical to think that you're going to be able to just indefinitely extend the life of Red Stew. So it's just like a little bonus, you know? We did find the bomb fight already, but that's not what we're looking for here. Yeah, that's all. We're at premium level right now, cardio coin. Oh boy, we could. That was a double item room there, but I don't really want little portal. If we really have to, we could potentially go into the. We could use Pandora's box to get something from the shop. But I think at this point we really should be honing in on focusing on keeping our Pandora's box until the next floor so we can get that all-important double boss item drop. Double charge there, which unfortunately we don't have any spacebar item for. Small rock is definitely a possibility, and yeah. All right. Well. Not the greatest, but we have 2 taps here for small rock. I wouldn't mind it. We have plenty of movement speed, and damage and tears would be nice. Or we just get nothing. That's fine too. Again, the sack room here is a possibility, but I don't really feel like it's going to. Well, we're unsure if it's going to matter first. Let's see if we get a double deal after the mom fight, and then we can determine whether or not we're going to use the Fool card to get out of here. A little cheeky damage there with Cuban meat. Okay, so I think what we do is we try to play the sack room. This is really dangerous. This is also going to cost us our... This would cost us our Red Stew buff, but at this point we're really desperate. Stairway, which is not terrible. Yeah, I would not have minded the 30 cents. And now we really have a predicament, because if we end up using Pandora's box now, we get 20 cents, which would get us an Angel Deal item in the stairway, but is that really worth it though is the thing. Definitely want to use bombs here so we can at least get to 15 cents. or nothing. All right, game. All right, I see you. It is now fully in view of what the design here is for this one. So, as you see, we have lost our red buff, our Red Stew buff. So, yeah, and I'm not going to use. I'm still going to hold out hope that Pandora's box will give us 2 really solid boss deal items. Not great. So no damage up. Oh, come on. Yeah. That is Isaac, baby. No damage upgrade. Here's a Sacred Heart that you can't take. Yep. And had we used Pandora's box, we would have been able to have gotten Sacred Heart. And we could have also even gotten it even more, because then we could have gone back and got our coupon. So, I think anyway. I don't remember what floor we left the coupon on, but yep, that's about as trolly as it gets there. Piercing shot, Sacred Heart would have been absolutely primo. So if you're playing along with the seat at home, definitely, definitely heed this cautionary tale lightly. Heed it with warning, I mean. I don't know why I'm going in the stones, and we have a Spectral Tears here. To be honest, I didn't see that creep spread that far behind us, but yeah. Notice how long it's taking us to beat Mr. Fred. And this is what I'm talking about when I said we don't really have the damage necessary to defend our HP efficiently if we were going to play the sack room aggressively, which this is a big reason for this right here. Another HP upgrade, good. And yep. Yep. I mean, it would take us down to Polaroid invincibility, I guess, but man. Oof, it's rough out here, Sarge. So at least we have Brimstone Bombs here to help us out with bosses, but Brimstone, the thing is about Brimstone Bombs that they're not really... Ooh, now hang on a second. Lover's Car will give us a... We could use it in the secret room to get something good at the cost of a heart container. Yeah, we get Binge Eater, which... Yeah, I mean, Binge Eater... Binge Eater is great. Don't get me wrong. Everyone knows it. Everyone hates when I pick up Binge Eater. But the thing is that, like, we don't have any more item pedestals that we're guaranteed anyway. So unless if we get... Until the chest anyway. But unless if we get, like a random drop. Or a devil deal here, we're not going to be able to really gain anything out of Binge Eater. Whoop. I mean, I do want Shoop. I'm going to take Shoop over Binge Eater. It's really, really hard for me to do, but I think Shoop actually helps us out. And no, Abyss will not turn into a Binge Eater pedestal, unfortunately. Shoop will at least help us clear rooms. It's not going to really help us with bosses that much, though. Especially with this damage, but again, I think it's a really tough spot to be in. Because yes, we do need damage. Binge Eater would give us damage with Shoop, but... At the same time, we got to be careful about not getting too blinded and tunnel visioned over the fact that, like, I think that this gives us a better chance to win. I'm not gonna use the sun card. We'll save that for the cathedral. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thank goodness we have piercing shots for the egglets. And I should really be picking up all coins that we see. I need to remind myself that we have the stairway. So going back and playing the Temperance Machine, or at the very least bombing it's going to be something we need to do. This will also get us down to polar invincibility, so we definitely want this. Okay. Okay, we got 23 cents. It's almost enough to make a play on in the stairway. Let's see if we get a 30 cent item, and we end up taking Binge Eater. I wasn't actually trying to take Binge Eater there, but it's fine. It gives us essentially the same thing, minus the speed upgrade. So we are able to get a little bit of help damage-wise. And we have 27 cents, which leaves us almost enough to get one of those super premium items like Godhead or, you know, Sacred Heart, but we won't be seeing that anytime soon, of course. Now, much like Red Stew, Binge Eater also comes with a temporary damage buff, but it is very temporary. So, you know, use it before you lose it, basically, is the saying there. Yeah, we're at 29 cents, so if we do happen to get a premium item in the Jacob's Ladder, or in the Stairway store, we can take it. A little bit too late for that there, Poop. Okay, so again, we're going to play this down to completion, or at least until we get down to polar invincibility like we are right now. This gives us even more spending power if we do happen to get something great inside of the stairway shop, the angel shop. We're able to do so here. And, you know, we should really go back and pick up all those red hearts that are sitting around on the ground, because we can turn that into money, which, again, potentially could buy us a ticket out of this non-damage we found ourselves in here. Non-damage run. And this is kind of like we're at a shoestring budget here in terms of stats. I mean, our tears rate's been awesome. Like, our tears rate has not been a problem at all in this run, which is quite refreshing considering the usual struggle bussy type runs that we see. We don't necessarily. Oh, that took him so hard. Stupid. We don't necessarily get to have that luxury. Okay, Dumpy, it's cool, Dumpy. We're cool. Okay. Do get a devil deal. I mean, we got to take Knife Stone here, but we also have Binge Eater to consider. Yeah, I think we take Knife Stone here. And take Mom's Knife. Does Binge Eater allow us to take Brimstone? Does not. Well, we're gonna pass on. We're not gonna be able to get knife stone then, but that's honestly fine. I mean, mom's knife should be fine at this point. Okay, let's see if all that work paid off for us, and it did not. I mean, Glyph of Balance, I'll take it because it might give us soul hearts here, but and we have immediately gone the wrong way. So let's see. Okay, so we're operating on soul hearts now. There is a dice room here, which may possibly give us a reroll as well. Yeah, we didn't want a chest. We wanted soul hearts here. I didn't pick up that soul heart yet because I want Glyph of Balance to pay out with more soul hearts. Okay, well. So, gonna end the room D Twanky, which is, yep. Yeah, we might as well take this money. I'll go pick up the soul hearts before we go fight Isaac. Yeah. Glyph of Balance making some big time plays. I gotta say that, you know, Glyph of Balance, we've seen it twice now in this week, and it's been very helpful. As it is going to feed us the soul hearts and just get us right back up to almost full HP. That's what I'm talking about. Now that is the quintessential big time player right there. That is a big time player making big time plays. Of course, you're gonna look at this run thinking like, you know, like God, like why do we go to Isaac? There's no reason to. Look how strong we are. I feel like you weren't watching this entire run, because it was rough. It was rough for a while out here, Sarge. I'm gonna check to see what's inside the mob trap room. So with Binge Eater allows us to have the freedom to take or not take any bad items in the chest, obviously. Got greedy there with the knife hits. As long as we push into past phase 3, we're fine. Nice little payout there from Charge Baby as well. I think we actually killed Isaac while he was teleporting, so we'll take it. Now, of course, the question is going to be, do we take Binge Eater or not? Let's see what we get out of our... Oh, baby. Yeah, we got to take that. And, you know, I'm willing to buy a Binge Eater here. Serpent's Kiss. Yeah, this is all Binge Eater territory here. Even at before doesn't really matter to us here. Again, because of how strong and how easy Mom's Knife scales with damage, you got to go Binge Eater. In my mind, it's nothing but Binge Eater. Again, Charge Baby paying out with some quality mini charges here for the Choop to Whoop. And this is where Binge Eater really starts to take off here. Whenever you get just kind of mediocre, even just downright bad items in the chest, you can always have a stat upgrade that's going to last for the rest of the run. Ooh. Hey, Bible? Nah, Binge Eater, dude. Do the nail? Nah, Binge Eater. The mini charge, man, I gotta say, I don't know how much of this is Glyph of Balance, but it seems like as soon as we pick that up, everything's been just popping off. Excuse me? Damn, we had our knife inside of your body. Okay, another dead end here. All right. But again, this is one of those runs where like the ends just definitely don't justify the means. The journey here was the story up until the cathedral, really, up until Mom's Knife happened. And I mean, we had to do it. Like, Binge Eater, of course, was huge for us. And I know that earlier I said that like Binge Eater doesn't really matter at this point. It didn't matter up to that point, but now that we've gotten past the cathedral, gotten past sort of the scary business, yeah, we're home free now, because obviously Binge Eater is going to keep us. It's going to keep us healed, but also keep our stats up and just give us even greater increasing stats. It's going to allow us to really just dominate the rest of this run. So it feels good. I wasn't worried. It was just like, it was one of like those like oh boy, here we go type moments, like with the struggle buses. But I gotta say that we really pulled through at the end. Okay, good. And speaking of pulling through, we are pulling through this full clear. All right. Take a Binge Eater and a Binge Eater. Isaac, I'm not sure what's going on with your face here, buddy, but not a fan. That would be a bona fide, genuine, premium gourmets Invicta full clear here on a very, very difficult run. Started off great. Middle was kind of not great, but at the end of the day, we were able to get the dub here, mostly thanks to Binge Eater, and Glyph of Balance also had a pretty big help in that as well. So thank you for watching, everybody. Your question of the episode today is going to be: have you tried out the Isaac online beta? What are your thoughts on it? Post them in the comments down below. Where do you see it going? Do you think what can be improved? Act like you're giving me feedback. So give me feedback on the online Isaac beta. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, the top 3 most upvoted comments will be read on next week's episode. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, everyone. Have a great Friday. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like and thanks to patrons of mine like Caitlin Bennett, Hunter, and Carlos Ibanez. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.